So, Coach, a week ago, we're sitting here, and you made the comment that Wisconsin's going to be a good team, no doubt, and they could be a great team if they could pass the ball when someone stops the run. It looks like they can pass the ball this year. But I know we both believe that you've got to be very good to great on defense to really have a great team. So let's take a look at their defense and see if this could be the complete package, Wisconsin.
Well, first of all, Jerry, Wisconsin's a great place. That's one of, you're not supposed to have, I guess, opponents that are favorite places, but I love going there. I think the fans are awesome. Their student body is incredible. And as far as player development and recruiting to what they are, and that started way back with Barry Alvarez, and they've changed coaches a few times, and it's the same over and over. Where do they find these backs? They play great defense. The crowd, the energy. You made a comment a second ago. We all watched this game. The energy was back to, a top 5 program. I mean, top 10. I think Wisconsin's one of those great gems in college football, and it's a credit to a lot of people. But Barry Alvarez has created a monster there. And I'm telling you this, when you see that coming up on the schedule, going to Madison, Wisconsin, that's a problem.
Let's take a look at their defense.
This is a 3rd down and 5. Okay, a 3rd down and 5. Watch a corner at the bottom of the screen. He's not backpedaling.
Right. That's
called a shuffle. He's scooching out of there. It's 3rd and 5. A lot of times people say chains, whatever that is. And chains mean right here is the 1st down marker. So you can see everybody's starting to settle down on defense. He's not going anywhere. He understands that they're not going to take a shot. I mean, that's great game planning. This guy's covered. Everybody's covered. And you can say what you want about Shea Patterson having a bad day or whatever, but I'm telling you now, where's he going to throw the ball? Everyone's covered.
And part of that, you believe, is Wisconsin's skill is better than maybe.
Well, it's got to be 2 things. I mean, it's got to be 2 things. Number 1, skill. You can't do this without good players.
Right.
And number 2, I think they got an excellent coaching staff. And you don't have to talk about it. You have to watch video.
Right.
They're not talking about how great their staff is. They're showing you.
You've mentioned the skill. You mentioned the coaching. I think one of the most challenging things they do is their pass rushing. A lot of times it's stand-up linebackers, and you never know which one's coming and which one's dropping. I think this is an example of it.
It sure is, and you can see there's 2 down linemen. It's actually 2 defensive ends standing up, so the flexibility and the quarterback and the offense line identifying who's going to come and who's going to drop, very difficult. If they're all 4 down, it's much harder to drop, so they're playing their defensive ends. Once again, very good coaching. So they bring a boundary pressure. That means from the top of the screen, they're bringing a pressure. He's a free rusher, and he's going to throw the ball, and the defense line does a great job getting their hands on the ball and they get a pick. Everybody's got to be gap sound. Watch the linemen work to their gaps. So the 3 technique works to the A gap. The 5 technique works to the B gap, and then the blitzer off the edge is C gap rusher. There's nowhere to go. Get your hands up once the ball is thrown, ball deflected. Excellent job by Wisconsin. I'll tell you, it's a hell of a team, man.
Here, it's 1st down. Michigan's on their own 15, and it's a run play. And again, we see pressure from a stand-up player.
So once again, the flexibility of Wisconsin's defense, they have 2 guys with their hand on the ground, 2 down linemen. The 2 defensive ends are in 2-point stance, which gives them that flexibility, and then they bring boundary pressure off the edge. Now, against the spread, this is zone read. This is a double option for Shea Patterson. This is called a mesh charge. The defensive end is mesh charging. What's that mean? He's going to try to not give a read. He's just going to go attack the quarterback and tailback at the mesh when the ball's in there. How do you stop the spread? Don't let it get started. Wisconsin's not letting it get started. This is one of those teams, man. This is one of these top 5. They're a top 5 team.